Howdy guys, it's Joe here, and today I want to talk to you guys who I personally feel like is the least competitively viable character right now, and the character that I really want to get a buff the most. Now, with this being said, I feel like the majority of offense characters and the majority of defense characters all really need a buff, and tanks in general do need a bit of a nerf right now, but one character in particular really feels weaker than the rest in this meta that we're in right now, and really just kind of compared to everyone else, and that character is Sombra. Now, Sombra was a character that we were all super excited for. She has stealth mechanics, has some nice hacking mechanics, and has a teleporter, so that's all some pretty cool stuff. But when it actually came into the game, she honestly has been kind of a bit of a letdown. Her DPS is insanely low for the type of character she's supposed to be. Of course, as well, getting out of your stealth takes way too long, and the hacking cooldown is pretty stinking long, so it's not like you can hack multiple things at the same time, or even multiple things next to the same amount of time. Overall, I just feel like she has a lot of flaws right now, and especially since she's not really the best against tanks, and most tanks can 1v1 her, if not all the tanks, it really makes her feel weak right now, and makes her, like, kind of hard to use. Now, with that being said, what could we maybe do to kind of fix this character? Well, first off, before trying to change her kit or anything, I feel like really, she does have a cool kit. She has a really cool idea, and I feel like maybe if the tank meta switches off, we might be seeing her. But one of the problems that I feel like with this character that she really has is that even if the tank meta does go away, her DPS is just very, very low, and especially her burst DPS. Now, her damage over time really isn't way too bad at close range if you get a lot of headshots, which is kind of hard to do with her gun, but really not way too hard. It's okay, but the main problem about her DPS is that she's supposed to be this close range backline fighter. With pretty much every one of those in really any game, that has to be an assassin. That has to be someone that can quickly get kills, or someone that can really do some nice longer range poke from the backlines. Sombra, on the other hand, really can't do anything like this. She can kind of get behind the back line and try to slowly kill people, but that really won't often cut it. Oh, with someone like Tracer, a full clip, which takes like half a second to get out, you can shoot that, kill a support really fast, but with someone like Sombra, well, you can try to hack them and then try to slowly kill them, but by the time that you finally get that kill, they're probably just going to have their team helping them, as really teammates should be close to each other. Which creates a huge problem for her, you know, other than just not being the best against tanks, just having this problem. Now, what could they maybe do about this, and maybe how they could fix this really main bad part about her kit, in my opinion, is to first make so that when she gets out of invisibility, it is a little bit faster. Honestly, she really has to like have this slow out of invisibility thing right now, and it makes it that a lot of characters can just kind of kill her. I guess someone like Mercy, if you like maybe 1, 2, or even 3 shots of her pistol before the Sombra comes out, and it makes it that even some characters like Mercy and Zenyatta can 1v1 a Sombra pretty easily. Even especially people like Anna, there's not much you can do. So I would really like that. As well with this, something that I was really thinking about was maybe we just simply buff the damage of her Uzi, but maybe that would make her too OP. Maybe that would make her just a little bit too strong. As well with that, we could just buff how fast she shoots, you know, the clip size. But what I would really like is a very kind of specific buff, but a buff where when you right-click someone and when you hack them, the Sombra player gets like a 50% buff of damage on that character, or maybe a 25% buff. It just kind of play around with the numbers. Essentially, just so that when you hack a certain enemy, only the Sombra does extra damage to them, but she does a lot of extra damage. This would mean so that her hack really means a lot more. If you get a hack, you got that enemy, and you can probably kill them quite a bit faster, and it'll finally make so that you can 1v1 some people. At the same time, though, you'll have to get the hack, and it won't be, you know, this just easy kills up the wazoo. As well with this, maybe they could add like a small 10% or 20% slow so that the person couldn't get away from Sombra, and I feel like that could be really nice. Overall, just having something that could maybe make Sombra do more damage to one character is something that I feel like really could be kind of nice. You know, if Sombra catches someone out, she stops their abilities, and then she kills them. But if the enemy team is playing very well, then maybe she can't get as many good hacks off, and she can't get as many kills, so there's a bit of counterplay right there. Overall, I do like this a little bit better, as if you just simply buff her damage, she's going to be better at further range, she's going to be better at close range, she's going to be better at every range, and really, that doesn't change her kit that much, or really add anything cool into her kit. But if you add something, such as making so that when you hack somebody, you do extra damage to them, or maybe that like when you EMP people, you do extra damage to everyone that you hacked, that would be cool, and that would add something to her kit that is very balanceable for her. If she starts to become a little bit too strong, maybe you could nerf that down to like 10%, or even 5%, but if it becomes, you know, too weak, buff that up a little bit. It's one of those things that I feel like could easily change, kind of like a Zenyatta E, but it would be just for Sombra. So it wouldn't be as supporty as Zenyatta E, but it would be kind of nice for kind of assassin-y, and getting behind enemy teams, and getting hacks and killing people. That's at least what I want to think, and that's what I hope would kind of fix this character. Anyways, as always, that's just my own personal opinion and what I'm thinking. Maybe you think Sombra's very good right now, and maybe if you can tell me that, tell me in the comment section down below. As well, tell me your own experiences with this character. Personally, I've only seen her in like 2 ranked games, so out of 13 hours, that's not really the best. And yeah, I just kind of want to know you guys' own opinions. As always, if you enjoyed the video and want any more future videos like this or any tip videos, press subscribe. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.